Good evening, everybody. This is Erin Gordon. I'm a holistic healthcare practitioner in Florida, and I'm super excited that Megan asked me to share with everybody tonight. I know that Megan put this presentation together for so many people who've been asking about what Juice Plus is and what Juice Plus as a company has to offer. And so I'm here to share more about that with you guys tonight. So thanks for joining us. And we're going to jump right into Juice Plus, the organization. And the mission. Juice Plus was founded in 1970 by Jay Martin, and his mission is really to inspire healthy living around the world. The company itself is over 40 years old. They started off with smoke detectors in people's homes and then went on to have water and air filtration systems with the intention of creating healthier homes. And then in 1993, an oncologist who was desperately trying to get his patients to juice throughout treatment and following treatment, found that it became a struggle because most of them would juice for a week, maybe 2 weeks, but they would just stop based on it being difficult and expensive and messy, and oftentimes they found it wasteful. So he teamed up with the Juice Plus organization to figure out how to get fruits and vegetables to maintain their nutrition, but in a much more convenient and simple and affordable way. So going further into that, we look at why Juice Plus, because there are so many different supplements out there around the world. And I know that my clients find it really difficult to figure out what the differences are between the options that they have. And so tonight, we're going to be basically highlighting for you guys what sets Juice Plus apart from other options on the market. The first and foremost distinction is that Juice Plus is just simply food. It is raw, vine-ripened, organic, non-GMO fruits and vegetables and berries and grains that are juiced and dried using low and cool temperatures into 3 different powdered blends. The most important thing for me is quality and making sure that there's no contaminants in the fruits and veggies that I eat at home. And what I love about the Juice Plus company is that they make sure to batch test all of their Juice Plus powders 6 different times in the making to ensure that they have 0% of pesticide, herbicide, fungicide, bacteria, molds, mildew, and heavy metals. This is unheard of in today's time, even with USDA organic standards, which let a huge percentage of pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides in. We can be 100% confident when we eat our Juice Plus powder that we are getting 0% of any of those. The other thing that really stands out to me in this list is that they are vine-ripened fruits and vegetables. When a plant has the opportunity to ripen its fruits and vegetables, that is when it has the main opportunity, the biggest opportunity to flood those fruits and vegetables with the phytonutrients that it has to offer. And so most of us, when we are getting our groceries from the store, we are getting produce that has been pre-picked, far away shipped, and sitting on the shelves in our grocery stores. By the time we get it home, we've lost a massive amount of the nutrition in this food. And so for me, that is a huge factor that every single thing in Juice Plus is allowed to vine ripen. The next thing we're going to look at is what is in Juice Plus. The lists up here you will find are the Garden Blend, often known as the greens, the Orchard Blend, often known as the red, and the Vineyard Blend, often thought of as the purples. The Juice Plus company does not take it lightly with what fruits and vegetables they have selected to be in the different blends. They purposefully picked these because they have such high nutrition content in them. For example, beets, the first thing on your Garden Blend, also in the Orchard Blend. Beets are very high in folic acid, which is a natural antidepressant. And as you can see here, you also have broccoli, cabbage, carrots, kale, parsley, spinach, tomato, garlic in your Garden Blend. Your Orchard Blend is loaded with your fruits, your apples, cherries, cranberries, oranges, papayas, peaches, pineapples, beets, and dates and prunes. In your Vineyard Blend, this is known to be the high antioxidant blend because it's including those very high antioxidant berries that most of us have a difficult time getting in. I personally would not eat a cranberry if you paid me. It's blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, cranberries, currants, bilberries, elderberries, grapes, green tea, ginger, artichoke, and cocoa. So those are what you find in all of the blends, and they come in two different options. You have them in a capsule format, or you have them in a soft chew format. They are both delicious. Personally, I don't swallow capsules, and a third of Americans do not successfully swallow capsules. So I like to open up my capsules and eat the powder right out of them. The other thing about Juice Plus is because it is food and not a traditional vitamin, there is a nutrition fact label, not a supplement fact label. What that means is Juice Plus is FDA regulated as food, not as a supplement. Supplements are not FDA regulated, so what is really found in them can be kind of scary. And we're going to take a look at this label here on the back of the Flintstones vitamins for kids. What you see here is first and foremost the supplement fact, which means you don't have a regulation from the FDA on it. When you go down to the ingredients, you find artificial flavors, artificial colors, which we now have proof those go straight to the brain and can cause interference in the synapses in the brain and make it really difficult for kids to focus and to learn, and also for behavioral purposes. You see aspartame, which is a serious contaminant that turns into formaldehyde in your body. And you see some pretty major warnings. This one here talks about accidental overdose, which is really important to note because there's over 60,000 vitamin overdoses every year. When we do these presentations live, we pass around different supplements, including one that is a tablet for an adult. It's just like a Centrum vitamin, and it has warning labels. First of all, it includes artificial colors and artificial flavors, which I don't think adults care about what color, but it also has the warnings that you see on here and a warning that talks about taking continual consumption of the levels of vitamin A lead to issues in your liver. And I find this extremely alarming because the point of taking a multivitamin for most people is to take it long term. And so you really need to pay attention to the difference between a supplement fact label and a nutrition fact label, and really pay attention to what is really in the choices that we're making. This is the back of a Juice Plus label. This is your garden blend, and as you see, the nutrition fact label, like we talked about, so you know it's FDA regulated as food. The ingredients that you see here are safe and clean, and then there's also an NSF certification, which is an organization that comes in and makes sure that what is listed on the label is accurate and that there's nothing else in the label that you wouldn't see here. And I'll give you an example. So Oprah did a wonderful thing. She sponsored an underground organization to take supplements from your finest health food stores to your Centrum or Costco brands to see if they were safe and to see if what they had listed on their labels were accurate. And she tested over 200 different supplements. And the findings were really alarming. She found toxic levels of the different listed supplements, like let's say toxic levels of iron, like you saw the warning label on the last one. She found toxic levels of the different synthetic vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D. And she found that there was lead in prenatal vitamins. She found mercury in children's vitamins. And she really wanted to show that you can't just trust what you see out there is safe. Now, Juice Plus was included in this this experiment that she did, even though it is not a supplement, it is a food. And of course, it came back as top on the list, is clean and safe. Another thing that you'll see here is that Juice Plus is made in the USA. They do ship around the world, but they are made here in the USA. This is one of my favorite slides, and I'm glad Megan included this one because you cannot mock what God gave us in our fruits and vegetables in a multivitamin, like we were just showing you. In this list, you see a lot of words that are hard to read, and that's okay, but the point is that there's over 10,000 phytonutrients in an apple, and somewhere along the line, we decided that some of these were important, such as potassium, vitamin C, but all of these work together synergistically in our body to do what the food is supposed to do for us. And Unfortunately, a lot of us rely on multivitamins to take the place of our fruits and vegetables, and they just aren't able to do that. And it's really important to talk about how many fruits and vegetables we are supposed to eat every day to prevent disease. And this varies country to country. We are actually not the highest. Japan recommends 17 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day to prevent disease. And in our country right now, for children, it's 7 to 13 servings a day. For adults, it's 9 to 13 servings a day. And if you work out, if you're an athlete, that amount needs to go up because you create a lot more oxidative stress in the body and you need those antioxidants to combat it. And so, we want to ask ourselves, how many servings of fruits and vegetables in their raw form are we getting in our mouths every day? And how much variety? It's really important to get that whole rainbow spectrum of color every day because a red apple has different phytonutrients than a green apple. Most commonly, we find that Americans get about 2 servings in every day. And unfortunately, they include potatoes, in the form of French fries. They include tomatoes in the form of ketchup in the list of actual vegetables. So Juice Plus's manufacturing process is regulated by the FDA because it's food. There's also that NSF label we talked about, the National Sanitation Foundation, ensuring that what is on the label is actually what is in the product. And it's also NSF Sports certified for athletes. There's a whole list of professional athletes around the world that eat Juice Plus, including some of the professional athletes in the Austrian, German, and Swiss Olympic teams. Yep, Swiss, Austrian, and German Olympic teams that eat Juice Plus, and they eat 12 of each of the variety capsules a day. So they're actually eating 12 of your garden, 12 of your orchard, and 12 of your vineyard blend every day because you cannot OD on food. So that's a nice thing to know, is that it's very safe to eat as much of Juice Plus as you want to eat. My kids, if they look like they're coming down with something, or if we've just been running and we're burnt out, or if they're exposed to something like strep, they go ahead and they'll eat easily 10 of each in one sitting, just to make sure that we are flooding our body with the nutrition it needs to make sure our immune system is as high as possible so that we don't get sick. The second distinction is that Juice Plus is the most thoroughly researched nutritional product in the world. There are over 35 peer-reviewed medical journals showing Juice Plus and what it does for your body. We're going to cover those a little bit in a minute and what the findings are. But on that note, for me as a holistic healthcare practitioner, this is a really important factor. So there's an organization called Medline. And what Medline does is it evaluates clinical research and assigns it an impact score. And of all the 100% of the nutraceuticals that you can get your hands on, only like 0 to 10% have research quality enough to be evaluated by Medline for an impact factor. And of that 0 to 10%, only 0 to 5% actually get assigned one. And an impact factor of 1 is very good. An impact factor of 3 is outstanding. Juice Plus was evaluated for its impact score or impact factor, and it was found to be greater than 100. This is an amazing accomplishment and speaks volumes to the quality of what Juice Plus is able to do and the power that Juice Plus has in our bodies to do amazing things. So let's look at what some of those things are that Juice Plus does in our body, that these different universities and places around the world have shown throughout their research. And this is just some of the different places around the world that have asked to do research on Juice Plus and have successfully done that research and had it published because of the amazing stuff that they have found. Here are some of the findings, and these, if you are a research fanatic like myself, all of these studies are accessible to you to read through and dissect like I did 8 years ago when I was first learning about Juice Plus. They will be available on Megan's website. Under the research section. And Megan, your website is it Megan, do you want to just share what your website is? mcalazzo.juiceplus.com, right? .com. Yeah, so it's M for Megan, Megan M. Calazzo, or is M dot? Just mcalazzo.juiceplus, or juiceplus.com. And so here are some of the things. We're going to go through them because these are really important to know, that when you eat Juice Plus, these are the benefits that your body is proven to get from eating it. It contributes to cardiovascular wellness. It supports a healthy inflammatory response, which is really important, knowing that almost all of our health issues have to do with inflammation in the body. Supports quality of life in ovarian cancer survivors. It reduced the insulin resistance in overweight boys. This was big for me. Children are my passion. And this was the first study that was actually done with children in Juice Plus, and it's phenomenal, especially in a time where our kids are facing such health epidemics. It supports lung health in smokers, supports healthy skin and gums, supports your immune health, helps protect your DNA, which is also a very big one because we have the research to prove that that your DNA, your genes affect your next 2 generations. So my genes are affecting my children and my grandchildren. My children's genes are affecting their children and their grandchildren. That being said, we also have finally the research to show that you yourself have the power to turn off bad genes and turn on good genes. And so I love that Juice Plus is helping to protect our DNA. It's reducing oxidative stress in the body, and it's also readily absorbed and utilized by the body. And all of these are not just shown in one published study in a medical journal. Most of these are shown in multiple studies. And that, again, can be found under the research section on the Juice Plus website if you guys like to look deeper into that. One of my favorite things, as I said, children are my passion, is that the University of Mississippi did a research study on pregnancy and the effects of Juice Plus. What they did was compared different patients. One group was eating Juice Plus and one group was eating a conventional prenatal. And what they found was that all of the different categories looked at, preterm delivery babies, preeclampsia, low birth weight, respiratory distress, babies that needed to be admitted to the NICU, all of them fell to 0 to 1%, whereas the other ones were still very high. And that is remarkable to show the power of the fruits and vegetable nutrition and what it will do for the unborn babies. And the umbilical cords were also twice as thick in Juice Plus babies. They had twice the density. And that just shows the strength that these phytonutrients have for growing babies. The third distinction is that a third of Juice Plus eaten around the world is recommended by health professionals. And when we are in a time where our children face such major epidemics that follow them through to adulthood and affect their genes, like we talked about, for the next 2 generations, it's extremely important and phenomenal that so many health professionals globally are recognizing the importance of fruits and vegetables and how difficult it can be to get them in and how convenient and effective it is when they decide to take Juice Plus into their families. The other really excellent thing is that through Dr. Sears and a couple other wonderful physicians, there's the Children's Health Foundation. And what this is an organization that decided it was really important for kids to be able to eat Juice Plus at no extra cost for families. And so they have created a way that children can actually eat it for free, and we'll talk about that. But here's just some of the results that they are finding just after 4 months of kids eating Juice Plus. And as you can see, these percentages are really high. My favorite one is probably that over 60% of kids are eating more fruits and vegetables on their own accord after eating Juice Plus. And this is because we have metabolic programming in our bodies, which means that what we eat is what we crave. And so if we eat McDonald's every day, our body is going to crave that McDonald's. However, if we eat fruits and vegetables every day, our body begins to crave fruits and vegetables. So I kind of find Juice Plus is sort of a sneaky way to change the metabolic programming in our own bodies and our children by introducing it in a form of a delicious gummy soft chew or in the form of the capsules, and we start to crave more fruits and vegetables, and they actually start to reject more soft drinks and fast food. So these percentages go much higher after 8 months and even higher after a year of eating Juice Plus. So the Children's Health Study, before I go on, is available to kids that are ages 4 through full-time college students, and the family only needs to pay for the shipping on the box for the Juice Plus. That is all that it costs them, and they can receive it free for 4 solid years as long as they have one adult that eats Juice Plus Orchard and Garden Blend. And there is more that the Juice Plus company has to offer. Their mission as an organization is to help minimize the space from farm to plate and help get families eating more fruits and vegetables. And so they have a couple of other options we're going to take a look at. One of them is the Juice Plus Complete. This is a plant-based protein that is designed to be a complete meal replacement, as well as a pre or after workout shake. And it has fantastic ingredients such as chickpeas and amaranth and alfalfa, broccoli sprouts, millet, pumpkin, radishes, mushroom, which actually gives a great source of vitamin D3, quinoa, spirulina, and more, which we're going to look at in a minute. And it also has the Complete Bar, which has some of the Complete powder in it and is a great on-the-go snack. And it has the Tower Garden. Yay, I love the Tower Garden. I've been growing with mine for about 4 years, and I absolutely love the food that I grow in my Tower Garden. So to look a little bit closer at the Complete Shake, it is a gluten-free, non-GMO, low-fat, no cholesterol, no junk. So there's no artificial flavoring or coloring, preservatives, none of that added. And it is a very good shake to use for people that have like hunger cravings throughout the day, because it's low glycemic, so it helps you to balance your blood sugars throughout the day. It's 100% vegan, gluten-free, non-dairy, and has a really good balance of protein and fiber in it. And it also has that NSF certification on it, and it comes in both chocolate and vanilla. The Tower Garden, as we talked about, is a great venue to be able to grow the different foods that you are probably buying on a regular basis at home. I grow every green that I eat. I grow all my lettuces, I grow my kale, my spinach, my parsley, all of my herbs. I grow my tomatoes, my cucumbers, my squash, my celery. The list goes on and on and on. And we're going to show you a really quick little video clip on how the Tower Garden works so that you guys can get a understanding of how that works. And here you go.
Tower Garden's state-of-the-art aeroponic vertical garden system uses both water and air to produce more colorful, better-tasting, and incredibly nutritious fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Tower Garden has a 20-gallon reservoir at its base that stores the Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Developed by experts in plant and human nutrition, Tower Tonic Mineral Blend enables superior plant growth and better nutrition from your Tower Garden produce. The process begins once the seedlings have been placed in your Tower Garden. Here they will be nourished with Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Inside the reservoir is a small, low-wattage submersible pump. The pump pushes the nutrient solution up through the tower to the top. From there, the nutrient solution drips through the central tower using a special device that evenly cascades the solution over the exposed plant roots. On the journey down the tower, the nutrient solution feeds the roots and becomes highly oxygenated as it cascades gently down the reservoir. This process is continuous, providing fresh oxygen, water, and nutrients to the roots of the plants. This patented aeroponic process enables food crops to grow faster than they would in soil, so they can be harvested more often. And it makes Tower Garden a healthier, easier, smarter way to grow your produce.
All right, guys, so that was a really quick little clip on how the Tower Garden works, which I know for me was really important because I didn't understand it at first. And now I am so appreciative that I grow with it because it uses like 5% of the water as normal conventional growing does. The produce is more nutrient rich because it doesn't combat with the soil depletion, and you have much quicker, which I'll show you a slide in a second, The produce grows much quicker, as you can see here, and it has more abundance. So I had like 300 tomatoes, literally 300 tomatoes on 3 plants. And so you get a lot more abundance of your produce. Up in the top corner here is what comes with your tower garden when you get it. It comes with everything that you need, including your organic seeds. And it also has a little submersible pump. So just so you know, the electricity that it uses is about $7 of electricity per year. So it's an extremely ecological way to grow, an economical way to grow. And for me, I found it extremely affordable. When I did my in-bed gardening in the ground, it cost me about $500 just to set it up. And this for me is way, way easier because I'm kind of a green thumb. And so no, excuse me, I'm a brown thumb. I'm a green thumb with my tower garden. I'm a brown thumb with everything else. And so for me, this was a fantastic way for my family to grow food. And it inspires my kids to eat a lot more, which you'll see here. We did a tower garden and a salad in a jar party a couple weekends ago, and something really kind of interesting happened. I've noticed at home, I live in a gated community, and the kids kind of run throughout the neighborhood, and they always come and they pick food off my tower garden. They pick kale and spinach and things that their parents tell me they would never eat at home. They're loving to eat at my house. And so I started to kind of look at that to really understand the fact that when we grow at home and our kids are part of that process, they are a lot more inspired and excited to eat the foods. And we saw this a couple weekends ago. So we had different activities set up for the kids. We had they were planting seeds outside and all different kinds of things. And we thought that the adults would come inside and build their salad in a jar. Well, what happened was every single one of those kids were so excited to build the salad in a jar that they kind of went first, and they were begging to eat the salads in a jar, not take them home for the week, but they wanted to eat them right then and there. They were so excited. So I really encourage families to, on a Sunday night, set out all your fruits and vegetables and your salad fixings and build salads in a jar for a week with your kids, because it's definitely a way to encourage them through example of them seeing how you're eating and being inspired to eat that way themselves. So that was a really cool event. Okay, so in summary, we're just going to go over a few of the things we talked about. Juice Plus is a food. It is not a multivitamin. It is batch tested 6 different times to ensure the product is free of any and all pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, molds, mildews, bacteria, and heavy metals. We are published in over 35 medical journals with that impact score of greater than 100. Children or college students can take Juice Plus for free for up to 4 years. When any adult signs up to eat Juice Plus, they get to pick a child that they want to sponsor in that program. And Juice Plus is something everyone can benefit from eating. In my field, I see it all the time that there is not one medical condition that better nutrition through fruits and vegetables cannot help. And there is not one medical condition that not enough fruits or vegetables doesn't impact in a negative way. So Juice Plus can absolutely serve everybody. And it is really important for me to mention that I have been truly inspired by seeing how excited Megan has been at sharing whole food nutrition with the people in her life, her family, and her friends. And within my practice, it's been an amazing addition to families' lives for the last 8 years. And I want to share with you guys just the opportunity that if you are somebody who is maybe on the call tonight that is already eating Juice Plus and loving it and sharing it with your friends and families, if you are somebody that is curious about it and hasn't even tried it yet, I do want you guys to know that you have an opportunity to be part of this mission with Inspiring Healthy Living around the world. This organization has made it so easy and affordable for anybody to do that in their own lives, whether it is while they're working their 9 to 5, or whether they're a mom on a mission, or a dad that wants to bring home an income while sharing and inspiring others. It is only $50 a year to be part of this organization when it comes to having your own virtual franchise. And if that is something that any of you guys on the call tonight are attracted to, I just encourage you to have a conversation with myself or Megan to find out if it feels like a fit for you, because it certainly is something that is life-changing to become a part of. And with that, it's important for us to show you this here, because I'm sure some of you are wondering, how much Juice Plus is, and to add it to your family's world depends on what you guys would be looking at that you would want to bring in. But here is the sheet that kind of breaks it down for you. And while you guys are looking at this, I'm going to share with you really quickly my favorite research study of all times. Is published in the American College of Cardiology. And they took a group of hospital workers to McDonald's to eat the same high-fat meal. After eating the high-fat meal, they went straight to the cardiologist and they had their main arterial flow tested. And what they found was a 60% constriction in their main arterial flow that took 6 hours to open back up. Now this means your body's in serious distress. They split those hospital workers up into 3 groups. They had a placebo group. They had a group that ate the Orchard and Garden, otherwise known as the red and green blend. And then they had a group that ate all 3, the Orchard, Garden, and Vineyard blend. They said, go eat your goodies for 60 days and come back. When they came back, they took them all to the McDonald's again. They ate the same high-fat meal and went to the cardiologist. The placebo group had the exact same results with a 60% constriction that took 6 hours to open back up. The group that ate the Orchard and Garden, the red and green blend, had a 13% constriction that opened up after 1 hour. And the group that added that Vineyard blend and ate all 3 had a 0.03 constriction, which they consider virtually unfazed by that high-fat meal. That is really important to me in my field because I cannot always make somebody quit smoking cigarettes or, necessarily take a toxin out of their life. But what I can encourage them is that the more fruits and vegetables that they eat, the more phytonutrition they're getting from their fruits and vegetables, the more their body has the opportunity, the ability to flush toxins out of their body and have better health. And so for me, it's amazing that something that does so many things for the body, like we looked at in that research, can be so affordable for us. It's something that I include in my food budget every month. And if it is something that feels like a fit for you guys, please feel free to have a conversation with myself or Megan, and we can figure out how we can support you in that. And I want to thank everybody who took the time to be a part of this tonight. I'm sure Megan wants to say a big thank you as well.
Yes, thank you everyone who was able to listen. I know we had some technical difficulties for those of you who were not able to jump on live. We hope that you were able to listen to this recording, and we're excited to share all this information with you guys and hopefully get you guys on this healthy living mission with us.
And with that, we will wish you all a healthy and wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of your evening.